The team will be out in roughly around about 15 minutes. Celtic have arrived. Yes, Celtic have arrived at Ibrox. I'll just see this message. Just getting the message. The Celtic team have arrived at Ibrox. News to the Celtic fans. Fans have been asked to, this was this morning, fans had been asked to gather at the away coach park at the Bromley Road for 9:30. Gates open at 10 a.m. Ticket checks will take place on the approach to the stadium, and the stadium is cashless. We all know this. But they're not actually cashless now, are they? They're selling players for good money. So yeah, who cares about them? It is all about Celtic today. It's about what Celtic can do at their arch rivals McGregor, Benji, Engels, Shirt, Dysons, no Adam either, Mikel Ange, Forrest, Tierney. Some of the shirts, McGregor, back to McGregor. They're not showing us if the Adam E.O. Doesn't look like Adam either is there, which a lot of people will be thankful of. Just shut your account down until you've signed someone, just baiting the fans. No either. You incompetent piling on the agony. Let's get this going today. You've embarrassed our great club. Sack the board. Number 9 jersey missing. I wonder what calamitous scenario has led Adam Ida to missing out on this game. Excitement has long gone. The build-up has been non-existent, and the team is worse than last year. Just some of the comments that are coming through on YouTube for the game. Like, I think that Yang's still around. Seen getting on the team bus. Yeah, he's going down to Birmingham after the game today. McGregor, no hiding place today. No easy pass back, side to side stuff. Let the people sing the stories and their songs and the music of their lullabies and battle cries and songs of hopes and joy. Join us hand in hand all across this ancient land. Through at the taste of time. Tierney to score today, 2-0, says Mark. So no new striker today. Nope, Thomas, no new striker at all. No new striker at all. Please tell me the rumoured line is fake. Well, Michelle, it was leaked to the Daily Record. I've been told by someone who sits in the main stand that the team has been leaked. So we're back to Brendan Rodgers and leaked teams. The lullabies and battle cries and songs of hopes and joy. Join us hand in hand. Oh. Let's hang out the flag of war today, as they say. Super chat from Wee Mitch. Morning, Baz, the One Celtic fan view community. It's going to be 3-0 to us, said Celtic boys. Calmack can only pass forward if the midfield makes space. Yes, that's correct. Ida is not present in the video. He's a good wee YouTuber, is Football Mad. Grown up watching Celtic, doing his thing. He's been doing it for around about, what's this, 2005? He's been doing it for around about 7 years now. And I hope that as he grows his channel, he does start doing other stuff. And why are you playing so? What? So we are just waiting on the Celtic team coming out. It will be out in roughly around about 10 minutes time. McGregor. It's match day in Glasgow. Celtic Rangers. McGregor is in the picture. Let me just get... I've got time to get Celtic Marge video up. He does like going to the hotel and getting the team bus. And there's them getting on the 34 minutes ago. So let me just turn that down and I'll just He does do some good videos. Casper Schmeichel, first out of the hotel, and then Callum McGregor going on to the bus. And then Jamesy Forrest comes out. Sinisalo. A few of the younger players in the squad today. Colby Donovan. Yang is there. We can confirm that Yang is still at Celtic. Players looking quite relaxed. Will Paulo Bernardo get game time today? And there's big Dane Murray. Their scales giving the young lad a little high five on his way onto the bus. Daisen Maeda coming up at the rear along with Shin Yamada. And just waiting on the Celtic team coming at the management. Rio Hitati. Interesting. Cracking wee focused and zoned. Yeah. Just leaving a wee comment. Cracking video again, young man. Absolutely fantastic. So Yang hasn't left the building. You sick, Baz? Yeah. Why? Because Yang's still there. Oh, Yang. What's happened to Bernardo? He's a good player. Yeah, Paulo Bernardo's a player that I thought would have got more game time at Celtic. No idea whether Gucci would take him back up the road. Smacks Brendan Rodgers spitting the dummy out a bit. Only harm us, him and the player. 2-1 to Celtic. Maeda. Adam Ida said he was injured during the Swansea medical. That's a load of nonsense. It's a load of nonsense. That's a load of nonsense, mate, because the Swansea manager... no, my throat sounds sore. That's because I've done that much talking. Does it sound that bad? La 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 la. Anyway, no. If that's the Swansea manager was asked last night after the game, what's happening with Adam Ida? And the Swansea manager turned around and said, "Ask Celtic. Ask Celtic what's going on." So, watching the game on my cruise ship going around Japan. Away and fling shite at yourself. I'll be watching the game on my cruise ship going around Japan. Come on, Sel. If that's showed off, that's showed off. Dennis. Fair play to you, mate. Fair play to you. I'd be sitting on a cruise ship as well. 31 million for Adam Ida, Trusty, Engels, Bernardo. None of them get a start or benched. Yet some folk are wanting to give Rodgers more money to buy Dross. Green for go. You don't see. I've said this before. You don't see any of the Champions League teams fans complaining when there's £200 million worth of players sitting on the bench. You need to give yourself a wake up, mate. It's football. I would rather have 20, 30, 40 million pounds sitting on the bench. It means that we've got good players and a good squad that can impact the game. If you can't have just a good starting 11 and have £5 million worth of players on the bench. We've been there and done that. Stop with the negativity. Adam either playing the same game as News. We want his way for knowledge. By the sound of it, yeah. As long as he doesn't get that sinking feeling. Mr. Negative, Green for go. Give it a rest. Yeah, give it a go, mate. Give it a rest. It's not the day for it. It's not the day for it at all. Generally think it'll be another 0-0 boring draw. I hope not. Big physical, scored 3 in 7 games against us. That's not a good return. I'm just saying. It is 5 minutes until the team is announced by Celtic. Will it be the team that has been leaked to social media and the Daily Record picked it up? Now, this happened when Brendan Rodgers was at Celtic before. This happened when Brendan Rodgers was at Celtic, and just before he left Celtic, there was someone inside Celtic that was undermining the manager. And I don't mean just the boardroom. There was someone inside Celtic that was undermining the manager and releasing details of teams the night before when they're at the hotel. Now, it's all the exact same backroom staff that's pretty much there apart from Strachan. So, the mole is someone close to Brendan. There was a lot of speculation at the time. First time round, it was Brendan that was actually leaking the team. But we don't think it is. A lot of people thought it was Greg Taylor for a while, even though Greg Taylor came in after Brendan Rodgers left. But anyway, Rangers team and Celtic team leaked through renowned journalists. So the Rangers team has been leaked as well. Let's check this out and see if it has been leaked. Bojan Mawolski is ready to start for Rangers. Interesting. I don't fear him. We humped Aberdeen loads of times when he was in the team. Absolutely annihilated Aberdeen when he was in the team. Do you know, we play to our advantage, and we play the way that we can play. We're not losing this game. Do you know, I don't care about them bringing in a new striker. Do you know, do you think that they're sitting going, Celtic have brought in a new fullback and a new winger? Could cause us problems. Of course they are. Of course they are. Let's have a Haka team starting. We should have went for 3 million for him. I'm surprised that we didn't try and hijack the deal, to be honest. I think Celtic of old would have pretty much tried to hijack that team to get the player in. I mean, we've done it before over the years, and I don't know why we didn't do it this time. Let's jump back over here to see. We've got 2 minutes. Oh, fuck. 2 minutes and counting. 2 minutes and counting until the team is out. Feel like Eminem. Palms are sweaty. Not got any vomit. It wasn't my mum's spaghetti. Oh, the nervousness is coming right through now. Oh my goodness. And as I'm looking at Twitter, Kneecap and the Tories are trending together. Something you never thought would see happen, as well as hashtag Old Firm. What wankers hashtag Old Firm? Right, I'm now starting to get nervous. Come on, Celtic. We've got 1 minute until the team is released. Deep breath. Take it in our stride. We can do this today. We are the better team. We are the champions of Scotland. We are double champions. We are the team in the ascendancy. We are unbeaten in 3 games and no goals conceded. No goals conceded in the SPFL. Around about 10 seconds. Shit. Schmeichel, Ralston. Fuck, the team's wrong. Schmeichel, Ralston, Carter, Vickers, Scales, Tierney, McGregor, Hatate, Engels, Michelange, Benji and Dyson Maeda through the middle. Wow. The team that was leaked, it was wrong. The team that was leaked was wrong. It is not the team that is starting. Let me just get this up on the screen right now. Brendan Rodgers has made some changes. Let's go this one. Change asset. And the team is on the screen now. That is the team. On the bench, let's get rid of that. On the bench is Sinisalo, Yang, McCowan, Shinyamada, Paulo Bernardo, Marcello, Murray, Forrest, and young Donovan. It's not a bench that screams goals. It's not a bench that will give Rangers any fear. I'm sorry. It's not a bench that will give them any fear whatsoever. I mean, Bernardo can come on and do things. McCowan's got a goal against them. Yang's terrible. Murray's for defence. Forrest, Donovan, Shinyamada's unproven. It shows you how weak we still are. Yet some people are complaining that we have millions of pounds worth on the bench. Well, we don't. The most expensive player on the bench is Bernardo. Celtic have went all in. Boom, gamble. Unbelievable team. Ralston starts after Ralston not been great. That team wins today. Are we confident? Are we confident in this team that is starting? Tell me in the comments. And there is why no Adam Ida? No Adam Ida because you can't let a player go down and do a medical. And I always thought it was going to be crazy having Adam Ida recalled. I can understand why Brendan Rodgers done it. I can understand why he done it. And we are short. Why Black Adam Ida's moving and not benching him today? You're keeping a player. You're having a player at Celtic that's been told to leave. It's been told to go. Been told go away down to Swansea. But you're sold, mate. Adios. He said his goodbye on the Thursday night to the team. He drove down. He does his medical. He's then told, come back up. What's Rangers, Baz? Who cares? I'm not even looking at their team. I've no interest in what their team is until we cross the line. It doesn't matter. Oh, fuck, I'll find out. The Aberdeen player will play. He'll be starting. Rangers. They're starting 11. Butland, Tavernier. Yeah, he starts. The ex-Aberdeen player starts. Cameron Carter-Vickers just goes through him. First minute, boom. Take him out of the game. Let's see how enthusiastic they are about it. If you lose today, Martin out. Yeah, they're positive that, although they're saying free Raskin, no, they're still wanting him out. Who cares about them? I'm not really want to even think about them. It is all about this Celtic team. Schmeichel in goals. Ralston at the back. You can understand why Ralston plays because we've no one else. We've got a young boy in Donovan that's back up to him. And the centre backs are Cameron Carter-Vickers and Liam Scales, Kieran Tierney. You want Tierney to get some cracking balls in today. That's where we can do damage. We can do damage. When you look at the wingers that we've got, when Dyson Maeda going through the middle, Dyson Maeda needs to hit the back of the net today. If Dyson misses an open goal today, it's devastating. Devastating. McGregor, Hatate, Engels in the midfield. It's the strongest midfield that we could get. Putting Benji out to the wing, putting Michelangelo on the wing, putting Dyson Maeda through the middle. You could potentially say this is the team that Brendan Rodgers has been working towards. You know, maybe playing Benji out of position up until now has been a way of him saying, you know, we'll let them think that this isn't the team. And then when it comes to it, boom, come on, get in there. This is the team that's going to beat them, and I hope it is. I hope we just do it today, because if we let them even get a draw today, what does it say about Brendan Rodgers? And Maeda missed that last kick of the ball. Sitter here last season too. Yep, he missed a sitter in the Scottish Cup final. He missed 2 sitters in Europe. Kieran Tierney will be the one that creates the chances today. Yeah, I think so. I think Ralston will get ripped today as he plays narrow. What a shambles we are. When we look at the bench, we are. I mean, when you look at the bench, no Puzzi today. Who do you replace them with? Because I think that Dane Murray deserves his place on the bench. Bringing in Puzzi from Man City, he wasn't really a first game player. Dane Murray was told that he was going to be in and around the team. I don't get the whole bringing that Man City guy in. I just don't get it. I don't think that we needed him, but unless there was a fear in the background that one of the can drop Casper, who's already passed it. Easy days work guaranteed, says John. My apologies, I must trust to being injured. I forgot. It's Scott. Yeah, he's hardly had, Lawrence, that's what I'm thinking. He's hardly had any game time over a year. Will that make him fresh? Can he last 90 minutes? Will he have the pace? He's going to have all that, but I'm buzzing positive. I'm on the Celtic, the 49ers. Aye. Puzzi must be a Lawwell signing. Keep the faith in Murray. I think Murray's a fantastic player. I think that Murray and Donovan coming through the Celtic ranks, we've been crying out for players to come in and do something. And both of them in Kazakhstan were brilliant. They only got about 10-15 minutes each, but both of them were brilliant. And it's players like that you want. But then if you're a young lad coming up for Man City, you're bound to be thinking, why did I come up here? I can't even make the bench. Do you trust him in a game like this? I wouldn't. Would you rather have someone on the bench that knows Celtic, that gets it, gets how important this game is, that, is quite quietly confident in himself to stand up in moments like this, that's played them in B team games and stuff? Either missed that kick ball, sitter here last season. We've done that one, jumped through that. So both teams predict Rangers victory. The Pope Sock predicts a Rangers victory. I think Puzzi was both Celtic. Benji was hopeless on the right wing. Well, he was brought in as a winger, and maybe that's Brendan Rodgers' way of playing him in the number 8. Maybe it was just a way of tricking teams into thinking that Celtic are going to play a certain formation, because it doesn't look like, are Celtic going to sit with Arne Engels in the midfield besides McGregor? Is it going to be a 4-2-3-1 formation? Yeah, Puzzi is just a backup signing. Yep, in case of injuries throughout the season. But, who sits... you might find that Brendan Rodgers changes it a bit, and that Benji sits more in the midfield, and he's given that free attacking role. Look for runs from Benji coming deep in midfield into the Rangers box late. Right into the Rangers box late. That's exactly the way that he's been playing over the last couple of weeks, and I think that that's the way that he'll play today. I don't think that he's going to be up there, or I don't think he's going to be on the wing, but then again, who then goes on the wing? Is it Engels? you might be a complete different change of formation that we're going to play today. You don't know. If Celtic don't beat Rangers today, it goes to show we are due Rangers as a poor team. Hail, Quinny's in the chat. Baz the value DD is controlling everything. He's buying the players, not Brendan Rodgers. He's using Tisdale's presenting to buy without Rodgers. Okay. That's a big statement, mate. And if it is, why would Brendan Rodgers then stick around to the end of the season? And why would Ange Postecoglou, who has been linked to the club, why would he come back? Because he would know this information as well. And I don't think Ange will come back. But anyway, let's focus on the game today. We need to boss them. Cal Mack, yeah, we need to boss them in the midfield. This is where the battle is won. The battle is won in the midfield. The team need to be focused today. We need the one-touch football. We need this fast attack. I don't want to see Liam Scales taking 3-4 touches on the ball. I don't want that. If he starts taking 3 or 4 touches on the ball and then going like this, we're fucked. Straight away. Too slow. And it's going to be Brendan Rodgers coming out after the game going, yeah, well, we're too slow. Why? Do you know, we know how we should be starting. And hopefully today is the day that we do it. He'll from Muscat, Oman. 5-2 to Celtic today. Will they score 2 goals against us? No one's scored a goal against us yet. And that's what gives me a little bit of confidence going into the game. They've not conceded a lot of goals over the course of the first 3 games of the season. And when you look at that, it makes an enticing game. When you look at the table, I mean, we're sitting on a goal difference of +6. We've scored 6 goals over the last 3 games. Right? They're sitting down on a goal difference of 0 because they've scored 3 goals in 3 games, but they've also conceded 3 goals in 3 games. And on that forum, it suggests that Celtic should ramp it easily. I mean, on that kind of forum, you would think that Celtic could win by 2 goals today, quite easily. And if they don't, well, they don't deserve to be top of the table, that's for sure. Hearts are currently sitting top of the table on 10 points. Celtic start today sitting on 9 points. Hearts are sitting on a goal difference of 4. Celtic are sitting on a goal difference of 6. So let's just win. I mean, a draw would put us back top of the... No, it wouldn't, because they've got 10 goals for Hearts. So even if we draw, it would mean that numerically Hearts... I'm not wanting a draw. I don't want a draw at all. A draw is just... We're not even thinking about a draw. Don't forget the 9-1... don't forget about the 9-1 score that they've just had. An aggregate score of 9-1. So... if Benji's out on the right, he needs to work hard going back. The way Ralston's going to have a tough job. We have movement up front. I'll take a 1-0 win. Yeah, we've got movement up front today. It'll be good to see how good Michelangelo is, because he's a player that we've been after for a while. He needs to hit the ground running. Right at them. And it's going to be quick balls in. You know, quick balls into the on-running Dyson Maeda. If we keep the ball moving quickly, they won't cope. If we're dragged down to their pace, we're in trouble. You're right, mate. You're right. Everybody would have looked at the game in Kazakhstan and said, this is how you play against Celtic. You set up with 5 at the back. You set up with another 4 in front of that, and then just go, come on then, come and beat us. And you stay just in front of your box. And Celtic struggle. But it's up to us to try and entice them out and say, come on then, you're the home team. They've got to get their fans back on side, remember. They need to start good as well. Because if they don't start attacking Celtic straight away, within the first 5-10 minutes, you're going to hear Martin get to fuck ringing around that stadium. And that should give our fans the motivation. That should give the players the motivation. And it's like, right, come on, let's do this. let's do this. And we just go out and annihilate them and just boom, put them to bed once and for all. Just play how Bruges played against them. Yep. Would rather go for a loss than a draw, playing really defensive. I wouldn't go for a loss at all. You can see Benji playing the false 9. Interesting. We'll just wait to see what Brendan does in 1 hour's time from now. 1 hour. Oh, I better get 2 seconds because I better get the other videos. Get the watch along live on, since it's been sitting there hidden. And today could be a momentous day for the channel as well. It could be the day that we cross over the 23,000 subscriber mark. Right, that's the watch along live ready, and the full time. Right, I'll just get that one ready as well. So that's the next 2 lives coming up. The watch along is now live. Let me just get the video for that. Live streaming. No. Don't want YouTube Studio. We are sitting on 22,971. Today could be the day that we cross over the 23,000 mark. And I said we would do it before the end of the transfer window. And it looks like we're going to do it. Can we do it today? Hi from Louisiana, up at 5 in the morning. It's 22 degrees. Oof. Hi from Louisiana, 5 in the morning. 22 degrees at 5 in the morning. It's about the same as here. And he reckons it's going to be 2-1 Celtic, says Big Gally on the comments. Brilliant stuff. I love that. Absolutely love it. Right, let me just double check. Everything is running. Perfect. Right, back to this live stream and jump into the comments. How confident are you of getting the job done with this team? You'll hear it when the teams walk out. Yeah, this is true. You'll hear it when the teams walk out. It's a huge game for Engels. 7-0 the Hoops. It is one of those games where Engels does need to show why we paid the money for him. I think that Engels is a player that really annoys some fans, but his ability to put in a corner that is on spot, you never know. You never know. Is this the day that we start banging in goals from corners? Is it the day that we start banging in the goals from corners? Viewers from all corners of the world. One Celtic, says Sarah. This is true. Relatively, our defence is solid. Yep, and we've got players on the bench that I think that can do a job for us. We've got the three positions basically covered. Having to bring James Forrest on. I mean, who do you think that there's going to be? There was Sarah said earlier, who's going to be a standout today? I think if there is going to be a standout, it's going to be one of the new guys for Celtic. Benji's got a good scoring range on him, coming late into the box. Mikel Ange, we need to see what he can do. Yeah, we're not far from the 23,000, which is fantastic. I'll just do this again. Oh, shit. $22,974. We're going for 10 in a row. Jeez. No, yeah, I don't even. We need to think about this game. Never mind thinking about 10 in a row. That's the last thing that we should be thinking about on a day like this. Last thing. If we turn up 100%, we don't get beat. It's not about us turning up today. We always turn up. It's what mood are the players in? Are the players in the mood to do what Brendan tells them right from the start? Cameron Carter-Vickers and Liam Scales, there's a lot riding on their moods today, because if they don't pick out the passes early to the fullbacks or to Callum in midfield and start getting the ball moving quick, We all know how we end up playing in the first half, and then we get dragged down to their level. Shin for the next Larsson. I don't think so. He's going to be back up. Celtic are still looking for 2 strikers. There's nothing that tells me that Shin Yamada is going to be a fantastic player. Look at the fluff on that. Where the fuck did that come from? It's that fan. There's nothing telling me that Shin Yamada is going to be a number 1 player for Celtic. Celtic, as it stands just now, are in the market for 2 strikers, which tells me that Brendan Rodgers is looking at Shin Yamada during training and going, I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing what all the chat was. Oh, yeah, it's getting close to kick-off. I will be leaving there. 6 a.m. here in Florida, 23 degrees. Your dancer, it's currently around about 30 degrees outside here, and it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, mainland Spain. I have a feeling this will be Hatate's best match for a while. Creativity is key. Replace Ralston, inconsistent skills. Inconsistent skills. Don't even say that today. Ange or Engels to be standout today. Yeah, Matthew, I think you're right. It could be the day that Engels just does something really special. Do you know? Engels can't beat first man for a corner. Benji's crosses are a bit better. Says Donald Duck. I don't know what games you've been watching, but Arnie Engels' crosses have been statistically better than Benji's. Attacking wise, our bench is pash. Yes, it is. It's rank rotten. I mean, people going on about the price tag of people on the bench. When you look at it, we've no real wingers on the bench to come in and play. You've got Yang, who doesn't want to be at Celtic. You've got a player on the bench that does not want to be at Celtic, and Yang. He didn't want to be at Celtic when Norwich came in for him. He doesn't want to be at Celtic now. And he thinks he should be down in Birmingham. Do you know, he's held talks with Birmingham, so he's not the man to come on and make a difference. Paulo Bernardo can make a difference. James Forrest can make a difference. It's not a bench that will overly worry the Rangers backroom staff. Let's face it. There's only one thing certain, that coins will be thrown. Yes, this is true. 10 poor transfer windows in a row. Hatate man of the match today? Let's hope he is, because when he's man of the match, it generally means that we've won and we've had a good game. Very confident 3-1 Celtic. Hope Brendan has been pointing out that Bruges started in both games attack a lot quicker, get into their stride, yeah. By the way, our bench is fine for this game, says Chilpill. We've had better benches going into derby games. We've had benches that when you look at it, you're thinking, yeah, we've got goals on that. I don't see where the goals would come from. James Forrest scored 1 goal last season. He's had 1 good chance this season where the keeper gets down to it. Yes, James Forrest likes a goal in this game. Could he come on? Luke McCowan's got a goal in him. He'll get some game time. I think that the players to come on will be McCowan, Bernardo and Forrest. That will be the players that come on. And it's a massive game for Kieran Tierney. Absolutely massive game for Kieran Tierney, because this is why he was brought back. We always lose out in midfield, especially in these games. They always overpower us in midfield and shut down Callum. That's why he's got to keep playing backwards. Well, this is why we brought in Benji, so that we could have the 2 holding midfield players. You have to have someone that could come back, and I think you'll see Benji moving. I don't know the team. We'll just need to wait till it lines up, because you do need someone to come and take the pressure off him. Mark, you should have told me. I've seen it on the screen and I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? But then it's probably blue on the fan that's fired in. Tuesday result should have every player fired up. Yes, it should do. It should do. Rangers 1, Celtic 3. What do I think the score will be? I think it'll be either a draw. I did go for a draw yesterday. Now that I've seen the team, I think it could be 2-1 Celtic. Hopefully. Or Celtic go out and just have one of those games where everything goes in. Vardy's been spotted at hospitality yet? No, he's not. Oh, the bluebells are boo. Get them broom from kickoff, yeah. Benji on the wing. Yeah, I mean, that's the bit that gets me. No Johnny Kenny. No, there isn't. Nobody commented about that. There's no Johnny Kenny on the bench. I think that he has gone out on loan. Who do you drop off the bench, though, to bring in Johnny Kenny? Because he's went with a more holding midfield. I mean, it shows you how bad that we are. I mean, when you dropped Murray, you can understand why Kenny's been dropped. You need the backup defenders there. You need someone in attack. To be fair, I would have had Johnny Kenny on before Yang, but Yang's a player that can play on the wing. I would have brought Johnny Kenny on and then put Dyson Maeda on the wing. But who knows? I still think that Johnny Kenny could be on his way out the door. Hail, hail from Washington in the good old US of A. Fantastic, John. Up the Celtics, we are doing it live. Hail, hail from Bulgaria. Bulgaria's in the house also. Hail, hail from Thailand. Are you going to stand up the whole match, Baz? Yep, just like I used to at games. I'm going to put socks and shoes on though because my feet's getting sore. But yeah, I used to stand at games, so let's get back into the old school mood. And I'm starting to get nervous now. Yeah, I'm going to need to get something to eat as well. Hail, hail from Thailand. Yamada will come on in 60 minutes and Dyson will go out wide. I'm originally from Royston, but live in Nottingham. No competition. Hatate will need to be involved. He needs to be 100%. What I don't want to see Hatate doing today at any point is this. Because when Hatate does that, he's not in the mood. Hatate loses the ball and just goes... It's not a game for that. It's a game for a 110% focused. 110% focused. You lose the ball, you're looking to close down the next player. You know, none of this head dropping stuff. When Rio Hatate does that, you get him punted at half time because he's not in the mood. And it's the downside of Rio Hatate. Kenny's off to Bolton. I take it on loan. I'm thinking he is off to Bolton on loan. Especially since Brendan Rodgers has said, I want in 2 more strikers. I mean, what does that say to the young lad? He's just signed a new contract and he's not wanting to be sitting on the bench. But it's always been part of the plan. Brendan Rodgers did say, he says, look, we don't know what... This went back to last season. It's not this season. It's not how good he's been, how form he's been. It's always been a long-term thing with Johnny Kenny. And Brendan Rodgers said towards the end of last season, look, we're not sure what to do with Johnny Kenny yet. He's given us an added dimension. He's given us something to think about. Do we put him out on loan next season to get more game time? Do you know, he's came back to Celtic after being out on loan in Ireland and he's been fantastic there. He's been scoring goals, but he's not going to get a regular run of games at Celtic this season. So we need to think about strategically, where do we put him? Do we put him out on loan at a team that has got a chance, and we only put him out on a loan at a team where he's going to get game time? And it looks like that's going to happen. There will be a few movements. I was a draw yesterday, now I see us winning. It says Chill Pill. God bless all the Celtic fans. Says Tony. If I saw them Baz, I'd be worried about establishing the Celtic bench. I've been commenting, I feel terrible for him. Yeah, we need 2 strikers. Yeah, we do that. We need 2 strikers in. Brown Warriors going to go for 3-0. Loyal at the ground by 12:30. Here's hoping. If we score first, the place will cause a riot. Celtic fans. The Celtic fans are in the ground already. Celtic fans that are going, are at the game, are in the ground already. Jack Butland's in goal. We've nothing to worry about. I mean, Butland's terrible. Suter's terrible. Tavernier. It looks like they're setting up with a 4-2-3-1 formation. So they're going to sit with 2 holding midfield roles. So they're going to sit back. If they're setting up for a 4-2-3-1, they're sitting way back and going to try and hit us on the break with Gasman. And Mawolski, but who cares? Who cares? Because it is all about what Celtic do. Danny Cassie says it's going to be 3-1. Sending Johnny Kenny out on loan is stupid, but Chilpill it's not. If we bring in 2 strikers, it's where does Johnny Kenny fit into the team? If you're all wanting Daizen Maeda to be the number 1 striker, you bring in another 2 strikers, you've then got Shin Yamada, and then you've then got young Osmond. Where does Johnny Kenny fit in, and how do you get him game time? I know why we're doing it, and I think that he is part of the long term. He was always long term to take over from Adam Ida. Nobody really expected Adam Ida to be sold in this window, let's face it. Hail from Fu, USA. Get in there, Peter. Thailand again. Richard's coming in for Thailand. Yamada central way, Dyson on the wing, 60-minute mark. We must be getting forwards in if Adam Ida and Kenny are going, yeah. I mean, Brendan said that we wanted in 1 striker to replace Kyogo Furuhashi. And we've never done that. But we're now needing another striker for Adam Ida. Here from Ireland. Even with Kyogo and Kuhn, we struggled to score against them last season. We control the game today. It's how we convert control into chances. Listen, Forteventura. 3-1 Scotland today. Forteventura. Nice part of the world. Would have dropped Casper. I think that they are going to start. Hail from the Costa del Bells Hill. They will defend. They're going to sit deep and try and hit us on the break. Just watch it, and that will get their fans up in arms. Hail for Bailison. What the fuck's going on? If I was Kenny, I would ask to leave as soon as possible. Utter joke. It's not. You have to think about the squad, and you have to think about the reality of how much game time he's going to get. The boy Bow for Hibs would have been goodbye. Yep, Celtic were seemingly interested in him and they asked about him, but they were told on no certain terms is he getting sold this window. I think Butland will play a blinder for them today. Well, a peaky blinder, peeking behind the goals. Hail from View Park. Jeez, me and my husband love it there. That's a barman. No Adam Ida. Nope, he's not even in the building. He wasn't even on the bus. He wasn't at the hotel. I've gone for us to win. Maeda and McCowan and Mawolski to score any time. $10 gives them a return in $903. Big up Kevin, going for that scoreline. That's a good one actually. Passing the ball backwards shouldn't happen today, but Hatate is great at passing the ball backwards. Yeah, he is that. Hail for Castle Milk. Nicholson will be at the game, or is he still working 24 hours a day? Nicholson will be at the game. Isn't even talk about Nicholson, because he shouldn't even be at the game. He should be getting players in. If I was away on loan, if Kenny's away on loan, it means that the Danish boy is signed and sealed. Well, he's not signed and sealed as yet, but I think it will be done in the next. Well, it's going to have to be done in the next 24 hours, isn't it? Because the transfer window shuts at 11 o'clock tomorrow night in Scotland, and I think that Celtic are waiting. I think that when you look at the fact that the window closes at 7 o'clock in England, it means that we can pick up. And maybe this is what Celtic are doing. They're going to wait to the end of the transfer windows and see what's left hanging about at clubs that didn't manage to move on players, and then go, I'll have that one, I'll have that one, and I'll have that one. I still reckon there will be 3 players in tomorrow on transfer deadline day. Three's a good number. 3's a good number to get on transfer deadline day. 20 past 12 Central European time, 20 past 11 Celtic Park time. Maeda, CCV, Calmac to score for us. Calmac's due one from outside the box. Could this be the day that Callum McGregor does a Paul Lambert? Oof. Hits the ball for away right into the back of the net, past the goalkeeper. Today's the day that Callum McGregor scores an absolute screamer. That's a good one. If you lose, I'm not even know what to think about that. Not even thinking about losing. If you lose, Brendan's bolting to England. Don't fancy us today, says Sugarman. They have more options on the bench. Doesn't matter who they bring on the bench. Doesn't matter who they bring on the bench. If you ask me personally, I don't think it matters. Just my opinion. We are at 22,981 subscribers. This is the day we hit 23k. We hit 23k. Hopefully. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. It's absolutely fantastic. Let me see what some Celtic headlines are saying. Adam Ida left out as Celtic chase striker deal. Rod Stewart claims he'd get cutthroat if he went to Ibrox for an old... No bent. Now, here's the thing. Anderlecht play today and Kasper Dolberg has been named in the squad in the game against Union Saint in the Belgian Pro League. He has been named. Let me just double check. That's coming from CelticShares.com. Let's just double check Anderlecht's team on Twitter. So he's not flying out today. It looks as if this one will go to... It's going to Twitter, in fact. It's going to be tomorrow before we get him in. If he's been named in the squad today, he's not flying out and no deal has been done. Yeah, he's in the squad. Kasper is in the Anderlecht squad, so at this moment, he's not even on his way to Celtic. So there's no update with that whatsoever. It's absolutely bonkers that we allowed Adam... I mean, say what you like about Adam Ida. He knows how to score against this lot, and he could have given us something different. The mismanagement of this club by the men upstairs is unbelievable. And the Celtic blog this morning put up this. Where is it? No, it's disappeared. Well, I've got rid of it, didn't I? That doesn't matter. Forget about it. We'll talk about it later. So, yes, it is 23 minutes past. The fans will be in the stadium, getting all excited, singing themselves, and getting ready for that lot coming in. They will start coming into the stadium just now. Celtic fans been in for a little bit longer. Let's get some predicted score lines up. Kyle's going for 2-1 today. Richard Goldman's going for 1-1. I'm going for a score draw as well. If not, it's going to be a cricket score by Celtic, and Scottish football will get a wake up call. Here's hoping. I would play Donovan over Ralston. I can understand why Ralston's got the shout over Donovan, but I know what you're saying, mate. I would have maybe done that as well. He's a good player to bring on in the second half if we need to make changes. Gary's going for 5-1 Celtic. Becky is going for 5-0 Celtic. Lanky's going for 2 for Rangers, 4 for Celtic. Maeda with 2, Rio and Benji. Brian's going for 6-1 Celtic. No aggression in these games. Game's gone, yeah. I hope there's a bit more aggression today than what there has been in some of the games before. Hail, hail from the USA. Let me just jump through these. Get the Rebs on, played on Celtic TV. Maddie's going, Becky hopes for 5-0 would be awesome. Hail, hail, Mike. Can anyone else see the first half red today? Nah, but there'll be a red in the second half. Don't say that, for fuck's sake, Butler will have the world. Oh, Jesus. Right, I'm going to jump through them. I am going to jump off and get ready for the live watch along. I am going to be watching live so that we can hopefully not sit and suffer together. I'll just do this and I'll get the video for you. That is the video for the watch along. Make sure you do join that. I'm away to grab some scran, as they say, and let's hope it's a good game, and let's hope that Celtic turn up, and let's hope that Celtic play fast attacking football, and let's just hope that Celtic win, because if they don't win, we're letting them right back into the league, and it's not even worth thinking about. Anyway, who's feeling nervous? I'm away to get something stronger than water before. On the London road, French Eddie and Mr. Dumbelli been spotted spray tanning on the London road. If only. If only. Jesus. Have a fantastic day. I'm dreading this now. I need to go and have some food, and I'll be back on in around about 20 minutes time.